So we talk about it all the time, but I feel like we haven't really dove into who, like, why our favorite characters are who they are. So I'll start us off. My favorite character, and honestly, it's crazy because I can't even tell you when I remembered him being my favorite character. He's always been my favorite character since I was a kid. Spider-Man, bro. It's just like
he's just like
it just. He made me smile when I talk about it, bro. That's my nigga, man. That's really my nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Be like that though. It be like that.
I don't know, bro. It's just my earliest. I don't know. I think if I really think back about it, it was probably when Tobey Maguire's that first Spider-Man movie came out. Because I think it came out in 2002 or 2003. And then that was probably one of the first movies I ever watched. And I was cognitive. I was like, bro, this dude is dope. Like, he got these powers. He's in high school, so even though I was a young kid, he's still like a kid. And then it's just like over time, bro, it's like I get to read the comics. I get to see the animated series, like Spectacular Spider-Man, great series that I got to watch as a kid. I feel kids that didn't get to come up on that, man, y'all gotta go back and rewatch that. And then some people don't necessarily love this, but I love the Ultimate Spider-Man series that came out on Disney XD. But it's just, I don't know. I like his whole persona as a character. Like, you got this high school kid, but he has these adult responsibilities, bro. And he has to maneuver through school, maneuver through relationships, and maneuver through all these things to ultimately save the city and do what's good. And then especially for him particularly, bro. Yeah. He always getting put in these scenarios where he kind of has to bite the bullet. For the greater good, or whether it's his girlfriend or his friends or his family or just the people around him in his city. And it's like, man, I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling like that, bro.
I mean, I feel that. Would you say you think like comics made you want to enjoy live action movies more?
I would say vice versa. Because especially for us, when I was a kid, I didn't read comic books as a kid. I watched all the movies, and then on YouTube, I would watch all these breakdowns of all these comic book characters that I was seeing on the big screen. Or kind of just knew about through pictures. And then as I got older, I got a little more money. I was like, all right, I'm about to buy my first comic and really get into this. And now I got this love that I like to kick back and read comic books now. So it was kind of vice versa for me.
Okay, see, it was the opposite. That's why I asked. It's the opposite way for me. That's probably why I never dove too deep into the comics. Because once, well, as much as you did, I did still dive deep. But once I got like a hold of like just my favorite comics, I was like, I got to see them in live action. I kind of got more into like. Once I got into that, I was like, okay, I gotta see this in live action. I don't really I stopped trying to like see what comics dropped and like what comics were going on during the time. And I was like, okay, I'm fully into the live action theater heroes now. Just because it was just, I don't know, during the time for me, it was like seeing Batman Beyond to Batman Begins, bro. Yeah, that whole transition for me was like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna stay with live action. The rest of that was my experience, like my peak experience for me. So I was like, okay, it's hard for me to go back to comics like I used to until I really got older and like I started to dissect movies a little bit more. Yeah. And that's why I was like, okay, I got to kind of backtrack to comics because it made me backtrack to comics for
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I wouldn't have really been on track with certain stuff.
But why is Batman your favorite, bro? I don't even know if I've ever even asked you this. We've been knowing each other for years, for our whole life.
Bro, it's so crazy. I mean, realistically, bro, Batman, it realistically was my favorite character, one, because I have some type of, I think I get this from my pops, bro. I have this like, one is a lot of qualities I get from my dad. And one, my dad's name is Wayne. First and foremost. That part. His name is Wayne.
Wait. Exactly. Not to cut you off, but I just realized the last initials, Wayne, P for Peter Parker, Diallo Parson.
That's crazy.
I just realized that. That's actually crazy.
That's
actually wild.
That's crazy.
Damn. It makes sense.
Yeah,
man.
Like his name's Wayne. Damn. And during the time, like when I grew up, at least, bro, having a lot of land, and not even to talk like that, but I grew up in a good situation, right?
Right.
So I was kind of like, at times it was I was not teased, but like just on some, you don't gotta like, you gotta ease it enough.
Right. Silver spoon.
Yeah, silver spoon. And whole time, bro, it was kind of like It was really, I wouldn't say lonely, but it was kind of like different for me just because my parents are older. Like they're not like, they can't function like how normal of age, like, you know what I'm saying, healthy aged parents would be. So I was just, a lot of times I had experienced a lot of things just on my own type
isolation.
Deal. You feel me? And that was kind of like for me during the time I was relating to that with Batman for a minute.
Gotcha.
Even with the way I work out now, I kind of just naturally have I'm an introverted extrovert. I like to talk to like my friends, my close-knit people.
You
know what I'm saying? But I naturally have like I'm better on my own type of vibe to myself. Right. Not saying it's good or bad, but that's just naturally how
you are.
I am. And I think I saw Batman's character develop in a way that kind of reflected that, to where he was starting to like build his empire, not on his own, but like just by his pain, basically, or like by his own like what's the word?
Trauma.
Yeah, but like let's just say he wasn't like, he didn't allow the fact that he was silver spoon fed or whatever to just make him feel like, I got it all made. He still worked for everything he got. If that makes sense.
Yep.
And that's what, like, I think people didn't understand with my mentality back then, where it was like, nah, it don't mean I'm just sitting on ass. Like, bro, I'm literally out here getting it, like literally getting it. And he understood it. He was just like, he just understood it, and I don't know, it just became
just something
I just liked, bro. He just the vibe of it. I don't know. Once I got really attached to that Batman Begins, bro, that whole comic.
That was it.
Not Begins, but Batman Beyond.
That was it.
I think that's what kind of got me for a minute, because that was the first initial thing I ever really seen for real.
Yeah.
Teen Titans.
Good one. I think another thing for me with Spider-Man is just like, so when he's at school, bro, he's a student, bro, and almost you could call him a nerd in a sense, bro. He's locked in with school, and some people pick on him in certain instances, but then you got this whole other side of Spider-Man. He's an athlete. He's super strong. He could do all these powerful things. And I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I could feel that because it's like when I'm in school, I'm locked in with school. But then I do have another side of me that's an athlete. I'm powerful. And it's like, I can be cool, but then also I can sometimes be a nerd. Like, honestly, being true with myself, sometimes I feel like a nerd sometimes.
I can compare this too. I can see where you're going there.
And then, sometimes when we was in school, I was a dude on the football team that sometimes – It was in a joking way, but sometimes they would be like, it would just be certain jokes where it'd be like, Diallo, like, why you trying so hard? Or D-Lo, like, goody two shoes or anything like that. Like, just being honest. Yeah. Not on the, like, downplaying me, but just, like, jokes, sometimes. So it's like I could kind of feel sometimes the Peter Parker stuff in my own life as well, where it's like, man, I like school. Like, I like to get good grades. I like to be locked in, but then on the other side, like, don't get it fucked up. Like, I can really do some damage too.
See, okay, that just made me think of something too. That's actually a great analogy for real. Because even with backtracking, bro, the reason why I also kind of like grew fond of Batman too was because the pressure that he was able to actually hold on his shoulders, which is, in his case, it was a city, but in my case, it felt like a program, like a city of Tyrone in like a way, Sandy Creek in a way, being a, not only like vigilante, nothing like that. That's nothing like that, but I mean like a symbol of what a symbol of what an athlete should be coming through Sandy Creek.
Right,
bro, played quarterback. I played quarterback. I had to manage all these talented athletes on one squad, and even if I gave my best for certain people that I cared about, they probably didn't even feel like I was doing that. Right. And that's what, if y'all really watch Batman, like even the Dark Knight, like Dark Knight Rises. But no, that's why I feel like our two character like comparisons for us.
A lot of similarities.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of deep love, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, in another world, I probably am Spider-Man. And you probably are Batman.
Not in another world though. I am Batman.
How about fault?
Nah, I am Batman. You don't understand? I am.